technology and newspapers were introduced in India with the arrival of the British. People started receiving printed news through newspaper. Newspaper became the first mass media of circulating information and knowledge among people. Newspaper publication, which mainly prints news, editorials, people's opinion, entertaining or other supplementary content. It is printed and distributed regularly at a definite time. Newspapers provides various local, national and international news. Bengal Gazette. The first English newspaper of India was printed on 29 January 1780. It was named as Calcutta Journal Advertiser or Bengal Gazette. It was started by J. Augustus Hickey, an Irish gentleman. Darpan. The newspaper Darpan was started in 1832 in Mumbai. Bal Shastri Jambekar was the editor of Darpan. The news printed in Darpan can be reviewed to know about the political, economic, social and cultural events of those times. Here are a few news titles. First, the accounts of expenditure from 3 administrative divisions of the East India Company. Second, the danger of Russian attack on the nation. Third, the appointment of a committee for cleanliness of the city. Fourth, remarriage of Hindi widows. Fifth, the inceptions of theatres at Kolkata. Sixth, advertisement of Rajaram Mohan Roy in England, reporting on various historical events of those days. Prabhupada. This newspaper was started by Bhau Mahajan. The history of French Revolution and Shapatre. The letters by Lokahitwadi Gopal Hari Deshmukh aimed at creating social awareness were published in this newspaper. Jnanodaya. Jnanodaya printed the map of Asia in 1842 and the map of Europe in 1851. The honor of printing an illustration in an Indian newspaper for the first time goes to Jnanodaya. The news of installation of telegraphy used for electrical transmission of a news can be seen in Jnanodaya. The news of the starting of railways in India was printed in Jnanodaya under the title of Chakya Masoba, meaning Masoba with wheels. It had also printed the news of the Indian War of Independence of 1857. Newspapers in those times were a very important medium of creating social awareness. Name: Indu Prakash supposed widow marriages in a big way. The Bandhu newspaper represents the mass of the Indian society. Bahujan Samaj was started by Mahatma Jyotirao Phule's close associate Krishnarao Bhalekar. We get to know about the issues to the mass through this newspaper. Do you know Bal Shastri Jambekar is referred to as the first editor by virtue of his being the editor of the first Marathi newspaper. His birthday, 6th January, is observed in Maharashtra as the Patrakar Din, Journalist Day. Kesari and Maratha. Kesari and Maratha, the two newspapers, are indicatives of an important in history paper before independence. Gopal Ganesh Agarkar and Bal Gangadhar Tilak started these newspapers in 1881. They spoke about the social and political issues of that period. Kesari began to publish articles about the nationwide situations, books in the native languages, and the politics in England. In the 21st century, newspapers have continued to fulfill an important role. It was acknowledged the fourth column of democracy. Why do we need mass media? We need mass media to facilitate free flow of information to all strata of the society. Editorials, various columns and supplements are essential part of newspapers. Readers are also ensured of a platform to voice their opinions. Newspapers can help in making the democracy stronger. Television is an audiovisual medium. It was possible for this medium to cross the inherent limitations of newspapers and the radio and shows the actual visual of an event to people. So far, there is no other alternative to television for watching an event as it actually happens. Critical understanding of the information received through mass media. Any information received through mass media needs to be revised critically. The news or information in the media may not always present exact truth. We need to scan it very carefully. There is a very famous event of unauthentic information appearing in print in Germany. Still, a German weekly magazine has purchased a number of so-called handwriting diaries of Adolf Hitler. It sold them to various companies. The diaries were verified for their authenticity and subsequently the news appeared in the print. However, later those diaries were proved to be forged. It becomes apparent for these examples that we need to be very careful about the information published by media.